Morning, everybody. Jason, Hollis Farms. A little warmer this morning, in the 50s finally. Feels kind of more like turkey season now. I ain't got just bundled up like deer season. But I think I'm gonna go in there after that last turkey we fooled with. I think I'm gonna try to go past him and come down that little finger ridge somewhere right around where I think he landed, where he come out of the tree. Maybe quiet and kind of let him hit the ground and see what happens. We'll just kind of listen and see what all's going around in there. But we'll try to ease on down there and get in here because he gobbled early and I want to get in there in the dark. I think we'll be all right. Mosquitoes about to tote me off. I am sitting right where this turkey landed yesterday morning. He gobbled pretty good. Not as much as yesterday. I ain't heard him fly down. He may still be in the tree. Hadn't called but once. Just had some deer come in here and blow. So I don't know. This gonna be one of them turkeys, one of them tough ones. My stomach growling already. And now it's starting to rain. I gotta find me a Ziploc bag to put this camera in. Alright y'all, so about the time it quit raining, I said, well, I'm gonna sit a while. And all of a sudden it started raining straight down. So I said, I'm gonna ease out of here while I can. And about the time I rolled up to my knees, I looked out there about 80 yards. They were trotting. Jake and the long bear behind him trotting straight to me. 20 more seconds tops, in my lap. And about the time I had rolled to my knees, the Jake caught me. Wasn't sure what it was, but he didn't like it, and they just turned around and eased off. God, ain't said a word on the ground. I don't believe he gobbled but once on the ground yesterday. I was sitting where I thought he landed yesterday. I was close, but I didn't even hear him fly down this morning. This one's gonna be a tough one, it looks like. Alright, y'all wanna have some fun? Got 4 of these super jakes. Spotted out here, they just gobbled. I got my strutter decoy. I'm finna ease out here and we'll see what they'll do. Might as well have some fun while we're here. They didn't like it, did they? Oh, man. I ain't hardly ever tried that fanning or whatever around here. Thought I'd play with it. Apparently they didn't like it. Oh man, I really feel like crawling around on the wet ground. But oh man, golly. We got pooped on a while ago. All right, y'all, so yesterday morning when I come out after we fooled with that turkey we fooled with for a couple of days and ended up raining and all, and then I was getting up and the Jake saw me, whatever. I decided I didn't really want to bother them again. The Longbeard didn't see me, but that Jake's the looker. He's always ahead, so I thought I'd give them a day or two to settle down. Well, when I came out yesterday, I got cameras all around here, and I'll end up fooling with these cameras a lot of time more during turkey season, just inventory and a lot of stuff like that. And if I do catch one in the right spot, I will use the camera, you know, to go to him. So when I come out yesterday morning, I checked my cameras, and where we was at this morning, I had a picture of one. You could tell he was still wet, just come out and was strutting at 8 o'clock. I said, well, that's interesting. I kind of kept that in the back of my mind all day when I was piddling around. Got him again with two hens, same spot, strutting after the weather had cleared up. 3 something, I think. 3:15 or something. I said, I got to thinking, well, at 5:15, I got his picture again. So that's close enough to fly up time. If I get a picture of one, and generally, if you get a picture of one, you can get them in hearing the next morning. So I got in there this morning. I was sitting down at 10 minutes to 6, and that's, some of these turkeys have gobbled earlier, but it's really, I was in there in the dark, nearly an hour before fly down. I heard one turkey. He's so far, I'm not even sure he was in this county. Once, maybe twice. And I was hunkered down because I didn't know exactly where this turkey was after. Might be roosted, but he ain't said a word. I stayed till about 8:45. I was sitting on a field. I was going to sit there, and then if he gobbled and I needed to go in deeper, I'd just jump up since I didn't know exactly what tree he was in. And I went and checked another field on my way out that he possibly could have been in. Nothing. So, I don't know what these things are doing. I texted Cece a while ago and said, I ain't heard nothing. She said, what's wrong? Because we're struggling there at the house with, I know a couple of turkeys that's there, and I get their pictures every once in a while, but they just ain't gobbling. And she said, what's wrong? And I said, well, it is kind of a little early, you would think, sort of, but not really. But the biggest reason I'm 100% sure it's these dadgum Jakes, because both places we got a lot of Jakes. And I got a picture of one while ago with some hens that this group of hens has normally got 2 Longbeards with them, and I think the Jakes done come in there and stole them hens. So I think them turkeys, I can't hardly hear one drum. I've heard some this year better than normal, but I know a hen turkey can hear a gobbler strutting and drumming a long way. I think a lot of times I've seen it before. These Longbeards, older turkeys, is getting down on the ground or either drumming on the limb and drumming up hens instead of necessarily gobbling up hens some of these days. So it's a tricky time of year. It's kind of aggravating. It's a good problem to have, but boy, it makes the hunting tough. You know, you don't want to call too much, and when you call, you're on pins and needles because he's probably gonna come in silent. So I don't know. It'll drive you crazy, but it's still early. We still got plenty of time. But one thing I was gonna say. After the youth season, I mean, I listened way more since I knew Aaron and them from the hunting public was coming. I listened way more than normal. I mean, a week or so before season, and I thought, man, it's gonna be on this year. But it seems like after them few days with Cody, things have slowed down, or the gobbling for sure. But anyway, I have come back to the truck, ate me a little breakfast, and I'm fixing to make a round and see if we can drum up one. doing it again. Come in here early and sit down. I've heard one gobble way back yonder somewhere. And I wouldn't bet $1 that was a gobble, but I'm pretty sure it was. Well, they are shut down. I don't know. I ain't never quite seen it like this. God, I got a blister. God. That 10 steps is a little tight for these chokes. And I done got in a bind. I was on my knees. Turkey, this is an old turkey. This one got some hooks on it. Golly, that's about a $50 bird there, wasn't it? Oh, man. I heard this turkey gobble here just now. I'm going to tell y'all the story here in just a second. Golly, it's a good turkey, too. All right, let's check him out real quick. I'm going to tell y'all this story. Big old bird. They ain't as long as I thought, but they sharp. I may have that camera pointed down. Let me angle that camera up a little bit. Try that. He got a rope on him. I'm talking about a heck of a rope. Big old beautiful bird there. Finally. All right, let me catch my breath. I'm finna tell y'all this story. Whew. Man, I'm wild. All right, so got got my thoughts gathered up. I'm going to tell y'all how all this went down. There's one of my wads at about 10 steps. He was closer than that, though. Ain't no way I could see him right there. He was right. He had to be about right here. Let me count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. About 12 steps. I can't remember which side of the road he was on now. I gotta pick all these empty holes up. My goodness. Wastefulness. Whew. Alright, so I started this morning. The end of this road, it drops off in that bottom was that. I sat there till a little after 8. Let me see what time it is now. 8:45. This must have went down about 8:30. So I was sneaking up here, I was just kind of walking quietly, halfway listening and whatnot. Wasn't really expecting anything. But let me turn y'all around. When I come out here, this trail continues that way, and then our main road goes this way. Well, about the time I got to where I could kind of see through that hole right there, I saw a turkey. And it was a hen. I thought, dadgum. About that time he gobbled. I said, dadgum, I done screwed this one up. So this just goes to show you, don't lose your composure. Years ago, I'd have probably tried to crawl because he was nearly in range out there. And I said, no, let's just cool it. I was proud to hear a gobble. Ain't heard one hardly all day. Or one yesterday and one today. So I was kind of in the middle of the road here. So I creeped over here by this bush. And she putted a time or two. I just stopped. Nothing crazy. She didn't know what I was. Or I don't even know if she saw me. She may have just heard something. So I managed to slide my mask up, and I kind of lost her, and he had already gobbled once or twice, and he just kind of kept gobbling, and I could hear him drumming. I've been hearing drumming a lot better than normal this year. But anyway, I got out here and I couldn't see her no more. The last time I saw her, I think she went in these little bitty short pines. And I want to bet 100 that when I looked through this stuff, I saw 2 red heads. I swear it was, but either when of course, I'm right here looking. I get over here, and I hope I got him on camera, and I'm kind of got my gun up, looking through here, and like I said, it ain't but 10 or 12 steps, and that's less than 10 yards with my steps. And I thought, golly, when he'd bust me right here, and when he stepped, I guess I should have just body shot him. I'm so old school, I go for that head. I got him, the first one. He died on the first one right up there. I don't think I touched him them others I was just like dove hunting, missing. But anyway, back to the story. I watched him for a while strutting, drumming, and I don't think I had called a little bit. I can't remember now, a little bit, but I said, well, shoot, I don't know what I'm going to do now. Well, he kept strutting and drumming, and next time I'd kind of squatted down, and in a situation like that, when I think a turkey spooked, I hate not to be able to see, because you'll mess around all day, and that sucker will be a mile down the road. I done had a game plan trying to loop around him. But anyway, I kind of peeped up, and next time he gobbled, it sounded like he was in my face, and I looked, and I swear I saw 2 of them. But anyway, that don't matter now. Didn't but one step out right there, unless there's another one in the video and I can't see it. But anyway, I stayed kind of half stood up. I hope I had the camera on him. I don't know, I ought to be able to see him. But anyway, I kept kind of standing up. I wanted to sit down. I used to could sit on my butt and kind of prop Indian style type and shoot. But with my back, I can't do it no more. So I said, golly, I'm just gonna have to get down on a knee. And when I got this big pine tree right there, I said, I kind of had my barrel pointed down but shouldered. I said, when he goes almost behind that pine tree, I'm picking up. And I did. And it don't take but a minute. I'm weak nowadays. Golly, I got to get better. But I shouldered it, and He walked in. I saw him come out behind the tree, walked in, and I should have just dropped down a little bit, but I didn't. But anyway, we got him. But whew, that was, my heart was pounding. I'm talking about pounding. Whew. It's a lot of fun when they come in, when you calling them, but when you pull one off like that, I don't know which one's more exciting, because you just about, them right there is hard to pull off. I'm gonna tell you, I ain't knocking myself or nothing. I've been doing it a long time. Them right there is hard to pull off, especially with a camera. With just your shotgun, it wouldn't have been so bad. But I think she went off in them pines. I don't know. I don't know, but it worked out. I ain't seen her since. I think she went off in them pines, and they decided to come on down here and check me out. I'm glad I had called a little bit, but whew, man, we got the pressure off. Got the pressure off. I hadn't looked back or anything. I just get to thinking about this. Golly, if the camera was on, I run out behind it. Golly, shooting and carrying on. That was almost like a dove hunt there. It gets like that sometime. I ain't toting that bird. I'm going back to get to the buggy. Well, I was just thinking that little 20 was hammering back here. It's got that saddle on it for my sight. Whew. That thing there about that second, third one was hammering me. You know, no better than, on a kind of a serious note, no better than I could see him when I know I saw two turkeys. Anyway, and he had these jakes been having such good gobbles. I mean, I got that in the back of my mind. And I thought, well, of course, I'm looking down through the brush and all. Couldn't see with my binoculars. I'm thinking, man, is this them gobbling jakes? But I'm pretty sure it's this turkey we've chased in here 2 other mornings. It just was, after I kind of barely bumped him the other day when it was raining, he must have changed his spots, or either I don't know what happened, but anyway, I feel sure that's him, because I hadn't heard a turkey back that way. But that don't mean it was, but until, I mean, I've got it in the back of my mind. Is it a jake? Is it a jake? And it'll be on my mind all year. Normally, when you don't have that problem, a turkey gobbling like that, he's gonna get hammered. Unless you get to look at him coming, you know. But as soon as he come out from that pine tree, I saw that beard. He got a good beard on him. And I probably got in a hurry after that, because if it wasn't for that, I'd already kind of been on him, but I had to look and make sure on that. Golly, a lot went on there at 10 steps, 12 steps, whatever it was. All right, y'all, let's get to today's Bible verse. I've been forgetting this just a little bit, but let's get to it today. Still on the word angry, Ephesians chapter 4, verse 26. Be angry and yet do not sin. Do not let the sun go down on your anger. That's a good one, and that's hard to do. All right, so we finally broke the ice today. Just kind of keep digging, keep hanging in there with them the way they are right now. It's going to be might be a long year, but that may have just got something started. We get to rolling down through there. We just going to keep rolling with it. Appreciate y'all watching. Out of here.